Ayubowan. Welcome to Lanka Living and Yoga. This is your space to practice yoga and the art of living well. Today's class is inspired by the fifth Niyama, Ishvara Pranidhana, and it's all about surrendering to your practice. Every pose, every transition to fully experiencing for yourself. Soak it up. And consider your practice a devotion to yourself and a higher power. Come with me now, we'll start in Sukhasana, comfy seat. Bring your hands so that the palms face up. Bring your middle finger in and your index finger and connect them up with your thumbs. Let's sit together in a prana mudra to start with and use this to help us settle into this space, connect with our breath, find where it is in our bodies. Let's take our gaze a few feet in front of our mat, settle it gently, and start to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And with every breath, you can feel your body soften. Let's now breathe in through our nose and out through our nose, engaging in an ujjayi breath, feeling the waves of the ocean as they roll in and roll out. 3 more deep breaths here. Let it all go. Release the mudra. Let your hands fall gently on your knees. Inhale to prepare, and let's rotate our chests in one direction. And reverse it in the other direction. Create some nice gentle movement through your torso. Inhale to prepare, exhale, seated cat. Inhale, seated cow, lifting the chin high. Exhale. One last time, exhale, C-curve the spine. Inhale. Let's come onto all fours now and push up into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels up high. Exhale, left heel drops down as we pedal out our dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, right heel down. Couple more times through as you start to peel the hips higher to the heavens with every raise, and on the exhale, drop the heel ever so slightly lower. Couple more times through. And when you're satisfied, find stillness. Push through the heels of the palms into the mat. Roll the shoulders back. and push that opposing energy down the backs of the legs, exiting through your heels. One last breath here. Let it all go. Bend the knees generously, look to the front of the mat and bring the hands in to the outsides of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, soften into ragdoll. Option to take your elbows into your hands and just rocking side to side, loosening up the back. 3 deep breaths here. Let the full weight of your head hang heavy. Feel length down the back of the neck. And release. Exhale, rolling up to mountain pose, bringing the feet together. We stand tall at attention. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walking out to plank. Hold. Exhale, lowering to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg up high. Exhale, right knee to outside of right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, take your right knee across to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bringing into center, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, plant the left hand, peel your right hand to the sky. Exhale, circle your arm. And a second time. Reach high, let it rain down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lowering to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. One cycle of breath here. Let it all go. Bend the knees generously. Bring the hands back to the feet. Lower the head. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we roll back up to mountain pose. Come back together. Breathe. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walking out to plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lowering to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, pushing through the heels of the hands and lower. Inhale, exhale down to downward facing dog. One breath cycle here. Let it all go. Inhale, three-legged dog, left foot high. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, crossing over to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bringing into center, low lunge. One breath cycle here. Planting the right hand down. Inhale, we peel the left hand to the sky. And on the exhale, circle your arm. And a second time through. And rain it down. Plank. Exhale, lowering to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath cycle here. Bend the knees generously. Walking hands back into feet. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we roll back up to mountain pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walking out to plank. Inhale, we hover. Exhale, lowering to your mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath cycle here. Inhale, left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, right leg up, crossing over to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, we come forward into low lunge. Inhale and exhale. We plant the left hand down to the mat, peel the right high, and exhale. Circle your arm and circling a second time. That's it. And rain it down. Come back to plank, lowering to your mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath cycle here. Bend the knees generously. Crawl the hands back in to meet the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, rolling up to your mountain pose. Inhale, extend the mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walking up to plank. Inhale to hover for a moment. Exhale, lowering to your mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath here. Inhale, now left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, outside of the knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, crossing over your body. Inhale, three-legged dog into center and your low lunge. Planting the right hand down, peeling up the left. Exhale, circle that arm. Circling, second time through now. Let it rain down. Coming back to plank. Lowering down to your mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Bend the knees generously. Walk your hands into your feet. Pull the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, roll up to mountain pose. Inhale to prepare, Exhale, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale. Twist to the right. Exhale. Hold your twisted chair pose. 3 breaths here. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, twisting to the left side now. 3 breaths. Coming back to center. We rise tall into mountain pose with hands at heart center. Inhale, peeling the right heel up and creeping it forward into a crescent lunge. Exhale, soften. Lowering the back knee now. Take the hands up to the heavens. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, back to the heavens. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, back to the heavens and rise to your crescent lunge. Inhale to prepare, exhale, warrior 1. Hands remain in prayer position up high. Inhale to prepare, exhale. Inhale, they come up tall. We open the arms again. And they come up tall. Settling into warrior 1 pose now. We take the hands away from prayer position and breathe. 2 more breaths here. float down to the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or one full breath cycle here. Bend the knees generously, bring hands into feet. Feet together, let the head hang here. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, mountain pose once more. Let's go on the other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, the chest comes up to front. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, left side twist chair pose. 3 breaths. Coming back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right. Coming back to center. Exhale, we send the energy down the back of our legs into mountain pose. Inhale to prepare. We peel the left foot up this time and creep it forward into crescent lunge. And then lower our knees. Inhale, send the hands to the sky. Exhale, open. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, open across the chest. One last time, we bring hands to prayer position. Take our gaze forward and come back up to crescent lunge. On the next exhale, drop the back foot, warrior one. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we open. Inhale, prayer position above. Exhale. Final time, bringing hands into prayer position. Soften your gaze out front and release the hands. Warrior one. 3 breaths here. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. That's it. Let's rain it down to frame the front foot. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower to your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath cycle. Let it all go. Come down to all fours and just swish the feet around so that you're sitting on your bottoms with feet out front. Actually come right up to the top of the mat. There's space behind you. Inhale, exhale, curling spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Just slowly lower to your mat. Bring the feet in towards your buttocks. Create a nice neutral spine. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bridge rolls. Empty all the air. Inhale, we return. Exhale, we press the hips up high. Inhale, we return. 3 more times through. Come up to sit up onto your sit bones. Place the hands behind the tailbone. Inhale to prepare and exhale, reverse tabletop. Push your hips up high. And breathe. 3 more breaths here. Keeping the hips nice and high. And coming back down. Give your knees a nice hug. Shoot the feet back out and let's roll back down the way that we came. And just gently moving on to our bellies. Hands out to frame the head there. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll the shoulders down. Elbows stay glued to the mat. Cobra rolls. And exhale down. Inhale, the crown of the head is nice and long. And rolling down. 3 more times, pressing through the heels of the palms till we come up and roll down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we roll down. Last time. Let's take our hands so that they're beside our side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, just let everything float down to the mat. And then on the next inhale, Salabhasana, locust pose. We roll everything back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Feet and fingers are shooting energy to the back of the room, and the crown of our head has energy shooting out in position. We find our breath. Squeezing the inside thighs together, and we relax. Let's rest onto our left cheek. 3 breaths just resting. Here we go again. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, let everything roll towards the mat. And then inhale, we lift up, rolling the shoulders back. Long back of neck, and we make this beautiful straight line with our body. Engaging our breath, as that is what leads the way. One last breath here. And relax, right cheek comes down. 3 breaths here, resting. This time we take our ankles into our hands, bring the knees as close together as we can. Once again, inhale to prepare, exhale, let everything fall down. Inhale, bow pose, lift up. You might like to take a little bit of a rock, or just find a nice sensation of opening across the chest, pressing the ankles into your hands there, feeling that opening, and relax. Left cheek comes to the mat. We can even tuck the hips here and encourage our thighs to just have a nice stretch here. 2 more breaths. Tuck the hips, creating length in the lower back. And let's go again into our bow pose. Inhale to prepare, exhale, we're letting everything out. And inhale, we rise. Maybe even tucking the chin slightly to avoid crunching the back of the neck. Inhaling, reaching that little bit higher. And settle. Right cheek onto the mat and giving those thighs a little stretch now. Release your legs and come to lie on your back. Inhale, shoot the right foot up to the ceiling and the left can stay in a kickstand. Let's bring our hands below our back of the leg, below the knee, or hugging the calf. Inhale, we lengthen, pushing energy through the heel. And exhale, we encourage that leg ever so slightly closer to us. Inhale, lengthen through the heel of the foot, and the buttocks is really pressing into the ground. And exhale, the leg comes closer. One last time. Inhale, pressing that heel to the sky. Exhale, soften. Invitation to stretch out your left leg so that it's flush to the mat, or leave it up high for 3 more breaths. Feel free to point the toe and flex the foot. See how that changes the dynamics of the stretch for you. That's it. Bringing the leg back in if it's not there already. Let's lower our foot to cross over the thigh. Put your hands through the key of a needle, through the eye of a needle there, and hug that bottom leg in. Press your buttocks into the mat, keeping that connection, that long spine. And with every exhale, we're gently encouraging this leg to come in ever so slightly. 3 more breaths here. That bottom leg to the ground, hugging your top leg, push out the bottom leg so that it's straight, and let's take the leg cross body now. So right leg crosses over to the left side. Your right hand can be extended long, and the left can bring some gentle pressure to provide a beautiful spinal twist, nourishing stretch for your spine. 3 more breaths here. And we come back into center, swapping over to the other leg now. Inhale to prepare, exhale, we press the left heel up to the sky. Inhale, we stretch longer through the heel. Exhale, we soften and gently encourage the leg in. Pressing that tailbone into the mat, Keeping square hips. Our hands working further and further up our leg as comfortable. Think of expanding, growing longer with every breath, softening. Invitation to push out the lower leg now if that serves you today. And also invitation, just point that foot, stretching the front of the ankle there. Two more breaths here. We bring the bottom leg back in as a kickstand if it's not there already. Bring your left ankle down over top of your thigh now and thread the needle with your hands to hug in that lower leg. Breaths here. Releasing the lower leg now, we hug in our top leg, push your right leg out straight, take the right hand over top of the left thigh and gently encourage your left thigh now. Cross body supine twist. Your left hand is stretched out nice and long, and your gaze follows over that natural contour of that left arm. Onto the back, onto your back, hug your knees in nice and tight, and then release open to happy baby pose. Pressing the tailbone down into the mat again. You can take your hands to your thighs, your ankles, or the outsides of the feet, or the balls of the feet. Settle in, find your breath, and observe where the breath is in the body. Let the hips soften, your gaze soften, as you nurture and nourish your body and mind. Two more breaths here. baby now, bringing the knees together, give them one final squeeze. And let's extend our legs now out to corpse pose. Hands can float to the mat, fully relaxing every part of your body. In honor of rest being equally as important as movement, give yourself permission to rest in Shavasana for 1 minute. Soften the muscles in your face. Of your mind's eye, pitch-pat them down your whole body and soften as you go. Just start to wiggle our toes and our fingers. Gently bat open the eyelids if they're not already. Bring the feet up back to the mat and let the knees fall down to the right side. Ever so slowly help yourself back up to your comfortable seated position for which we began Sukhasana. Inhale, let's take hands above head. Stretch out the side body one last time. Bringing hands to meet at prayer position above head. And allow the hands to come to heart center. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope today's class truly allowed you to surrender to both poses and transitions, and that you feel the benefits of this gift given to yourself and as a devotion to a higher power. Namaste. This was the last class in the Niyamas series. I hope that you enjoyed exploring your yoga asana through the lens of each of the Niyamas. I truly believe you can learn something new with every time you practice, so this is certainly a series you can hit repeat on. Please do press the like button and share this with friends and family who you think might also benefit. All the very best, and I'll see you at the next class.